Well, ladies and gentlemen, the DNC is already off to a rolling start. We've got liberals fighting liberals, the establishment left fighting the far left. You've got Antifa now showing up to the party. I didn't see Antifa yesterday. It looks like Antifa's entered the chat. And now we've got Antifa and other far left people tearing down barricades at the DNC and swarming around, and apparently they've got so much security. These are the same people that want to defund the police. They got like the thousands of security officers lining with bikes. You see them all in the videos. And let's take a look at this. I mean, this is from, looks like Twitch or something. Looks like they're trying to get in through the back there. That must be maybe near the United Center. If you guys know the United Center, the arena where the DNC is being held, they've got the black fences surrounding the entire thing to try and block people off from it. And the Democrats obviously know that this is horrible optics. We had yesterday, we saw the abortion pills, the women dressed up like they in a Mucinex commercials, like they're the germ. They're like, yeah, we're the germs. We're the abortion pills. They're like strutting down. I mean, that's how crazy this is. And I mean, I saw videos where there's just like a random, I mean, I don't even know if it's a male or a female. It's just a random thing. Like harassing police and saying they have no job and they're horrible and they all deserve to die. This is the modern left. This is, I mean, you take a look at the art, and it'll never be talked about because it's the mainstream media. It's a shame that people don't actually get the comparison on what's really going on here. The RNC versus the DNC, and just the lack of maturity from men. And these are liberals. These people vote left. Now, I know they'll say a lot of them, well, they're too far left. They're not going to vote for Kamala. They don't respect her. But some of them will vote for Kamala. And this is just their party. This is what they are. Going around dressing up as abortion, but this is who they are. Like, are we really surprised by this? Seriously? I know they'll say under the guise, oh, it's because we care for Palestine and all that. I mean, we thought they were trolling when they made custom signs that said gays, LGBTQ for Palestine. And you think, okay, that's got to be a joke, right? It's like they're trying to troll us. But no, that's how dumb these people are and how disconnected they are from what's actually going on in the world. And then also the idea that you have the perspective to know whether or not, what you're supporting thousands and thousands of miles across the world is worth marching for. It's like these people, you're being fed something, you're on a bubble on a college campus, you're not hearing any of the other side, but this is how propaganda works, and this is why they all think Trump is horrible. I saw a new poll that came out. They trust Kamala more on immigration than Trump. I mean, it's impossible to argue with these people. There's no actual legitimate thought process there. And so this is the result. You get all of this stuff. I mean, look at this. What even? This is just disgusting. You've got this person harassing. Look at this. Here are all the police coming through. I thought they hated. Well, these people hate police. I thought the DNC wouldn't hire police. They hated police. They said they were racist. In 2020. Oh my God! Look at this thing. Oh my God! You said fuck you. And then one of the police officers is like, one of the police officers looks at it and he's like, what the fuck are you, male or female? No, he didn't say that, but I mean, it's just to see these people you sit there and just harass the police. They can't do anything. It just shows you the power dynamics and just the arrogance, really the arrogance. Look at how you're all covered up. It's like 70 degrees out. You're dressed like it's negative 20 in a blizzard. It's because they're ashamed. They're so pathetic. They don't stand for anything. They have to cover their faces. And they were being interviewed yesterday. None of them, they're asking them, oh, where are you from? Oh, I can't say that. Like, they can't even say the state they're from. I mean, that's how pathetic these people are. They're so scared of being prosecuted for anything. They're like, yeah, we're here. We have to dress up, in all this garb. And I mean, there was a dude wearing a ski mask who was like playing the ukulele or something yesterday. That's how ridiculous it is. We've got Kamala Harris. Okay, this is the real big stuff right here. Kamala Harris, DNC platform, pledges to pass the U.S. Citizenship Act. What is it? It's the most radical amnesty bill ever written. Amnesty for human traffickers and gang members. No welfare restrictions for migrants. Let's deportees return. So if you get deported, you can return. And it's worse. And so this is the big issue with the left. And this is what Trump really needs to hammer home. They're saying, and they have to say this, they're like, oh, we're going to strengthen the border. We're going to do all of this because they were getting killed on the border topic. people started to say, this is ridiculous, you're letting way too many people in. That's why Harris is trying to distance herself from Biden. She's saying, all right, that didn't work, but I really wasn't part of that. Even though they called her the border czar, it was in all the headlines on everything. Look at what Axios did. Axios was like, oh, we were wrong back in 2021 when we called her the border czar. That's how bad it's gotten. But so she says she's going to be tougher on immigration. She's giving all these people amnesty. This is the most aggressive amnesty citizenship act we've seen. And so how does that make sense? You say you're going to be tough on the border. You're rewarding illegals that have committed a crime coming into the country. How can you possibly say that? Of course, they're not going to be tough on the border. They have to say that because they're trying to get, retain office. Whether you want to say Kamala is part of the campaign. I mean, this is just the Democratic cogs. Kamala's a cog. Biden was a cog. It's come out now that Jill. See, the thing is, with Joe and Jill, I always feel like I'm saying Joe when I'm talking about Jill. But Jill is pissed off. She hates Kamala. They're not even staying. Obama's leaving as well after he speaks. He's not staying for Kamala's speech. So, I mean, you've got a lot of Democrats that really don't like her. And it's clear that Obama wanted someone else. He's not even staying for it. It's not surprising. You also do have the DNC. They're apologizing to the Native Americans and everyone for the fact that America exists. Yes, no, this is true. They just don't like the country. Guys, when it comes to the Democrats and many of these people, they're how they think. Our country's racist. It was ran by white men. It's terrible. We took over all this land. They've got zero perspective over all the previous Native American tribes that fought each other. I honestly think a lot of these liberals think that the natives had some type of like American society where they were all together and it wasn't just all of these conjumbled tribes fighting over land, because that's what it was. They're not all united like the United States ended up being. But there's just no perspective. And you want to talk about how land is gained and all over the world, all of the wars that went on to fight for certain land. But no, in the United States, this is the problem with the West versus the East. We have to be obligated to allow all the immigrants into our country. And they don't have to assimilate with us. We have to just allow whatever they want, their way of life. It's all got to come in. If we say anything bad about that, we're the racist ones. But look at Japan. They don't let anyone in. All of their citizens are Japanese. Why doesn't anyone call them racist? So see how ridiculous it is, but we have to just sit here. I mean, look at what happened to the UK. The UK, they had so much white guilt, their country has been completely destroyed. And the sad thing is, the people that are destroying it, the people at the top, they're also natural-born people from the United Kingdom. So that's how sinister it is. It's the own people turning on themselves. And that's what ended up happening in the UK, and that's what potentially could happen in the United States. It is a little bit different, but still, their first page, they're like, we're sorry, America, it's just founded by racist white men. It's all white males. We hate them. They're terrible. We wish it wasn't like this. Of course, we developed the most powerful country in the history by far. It's not even close. Look at the GDP metrics. Look at the military spending. It's an absolute juggernaut that white men have developed, and they can't admit it. They can't cope with it. So it's, oh, they're evil. They're so bad. We wish it was different. You know, and it's the first page. They have to apologize because they think America's terrible. Remember, this is the party that hates George Washington. They wanted all the George Washington statues to come down. Lincoln's got to come down. They're like, oh, they're tied to slavery. Yeah, Lincoln ended it, but then they're like, oh, he still was a part of it and everything like that. And that's the whole thing. They want all the statues, the founding fathers. It's all got to go. They're all racist. That's exactly what these people believe. It's very sad. Obama and Biden are bouncing from the DNC before Harris's speech. That speech is coming on Thursday, by the way. Shapiro isn't even attending the DNC. I didn't even know that. Well, Fetterman not attending doesn't surprise me at all based off of what he said in the past 3 or 4 months. Shapiro, though, it seems like Shapiro is really pissed off because he flaked on Harris during a event in Pennsylvania. He said he had another thing or something, but it's like, I mean, she's the nominee. You'd think you would go to that. But seems like Shapiro's probably pissed off. I mean, listen, Shapiro knows the reason he was not picked, and this is just the reality, and this is what it is. He was not picked because he's Jewish. That's why. So that's what it is. That is the only explanation. And so you've also got the thing. It's just like the whole idea. I was like, I know they're going to pick Shapiro because it's so obvious. 60% approval rating, most important state in the 2024 election, and they don't pick him because he's Jewish, and they end up picking this buffoon Waltz, who is a legitimate admitted communist. You see some of his history, and also Waltz, he's got the communist bow. He's a complete buffoon, Waltz. That's the word to describe him, and we're happy that they picked him, I guess. I mean, this is, yes, yes. Well, that's typical Kamala voters. Remember when they tried making fun of Trump voters, saying they were, just always remember, they made fun of Trump voters. They said they were hillbillies. Let's see. That's just, I mean, listen, the reason I don't have a reaction, that's pretty normal from them. That's a pretty normal reaction from them. Also, that you had this, the official DNC platform has been released, and it makes at least 5 mentions of Biden's second term. So they didn't edit that out. It shows you how just totally disregarded this entire event is and how ridiculous it is. They couldn't even edit out Biden's second term. What a sham event. Tim Walz fanboying over the Chinese Communist Party. I mean, yeah, he's got the communist bow down. He's going to be doing the communist bow, I'm sure, during the DNC when he speaks on Wednesday. Oh, this was weird. I got to be honest. This was pretty funny. I'm not going to lie.
President have a point there?
Some things you can. Many things you can't.
Let's let the senator answer.
Well, I mean, I would just say, hey, Joe, instead of saying no, we can't, let's say yes, we can.
Let's be constitutional.
I mean, the laugh.
We got a constitution.
And yes, we can, because he reminds me of that guy in The Wizard of Oz. You know, when you pull back the curtain, it's a really small dude.
And Stephanopoulos thought it was about him.
Okay.
Oh, not the laugh.
I'm not even going to take the bait, Senator Harris, but I am going to take this to Senator.
George, it wasn't about you.
I'm going to take this to Senator Sanders right
The
now.
laugh.
Because
The laugh is still going. Let's see if she breaks out the laugh during. Remember the whisper? The whisper's better than the laugh. She'll break out the laugh during the debate against Trump, I hope. Oh, not this again.
Yeah, thank you.
There you want.
Dude, Tim Walz is a clown. He is just a total clown. Remember, Walz is the one that brought up the whole weird. Wait, no. What does Tim Walz think of this? This is like his granddaughter. I can't. I'm sorry. It was too loud. But guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X. Link to that's always in the description.